Alright YouTube, so this is a 2015 YZ250FX. I'm going to be assembling this entire engine. In a previous video, or in another video, I just got done with the head. Assembling it. And this one I'm going to put together pretty fast. I'm behind schedule and I'm kind of in a hurry, so it's going to be kind of like a track build. Instead of having to switch over my bigger torque wrench, this is preset to 94 inch-pounds, which is 8.7 foot-pounds, so I don't have to keep adjusting this one. Most of the case bolts and everything are 8.7, so I'm only going to use the big one for like the head bolts and whatnot, and where it is required. I've already installed the bearings with the Loctite on the nuts and everything, and I've set the retainers for the crank bearings and installed new crank bearings. So now I'm gonna put the rest of it together. What we're going to start with, let's get that out of the way, is transmission. I've already put these together and lubed them to kind of speed things up. Whoop, don't fall off there. This is your Countershaft. I'm pretty sure I need an O-ring. Yeah, that one. I got a brand new crankshaft for this motor. Oh, there it is. Thought I lost it. I'm losing my mind. I have to build so many of these damn engines I get sidetracked. So we're going to put this O-ring try not to damage it. There. Okay, so we take these two together like so. We're going to mesh them up just like that. You're going to set them down inside the holes. Alright, one other thing you look for, if you have any of this stuff out of a line or whatever, these two gears right here need to mesh flat. See how it's perfectly flat? That ain't really showing y'all a damn thing. There, how about that? I can tilt this up where y'all can see the gears are even. It's critical that that's like that, because if you have anything off in either one of these and this is too high or too low, it'll actually tell you right there at that point. Alright, now without the shift forks in, they might not spin freely, so don't worry about that. Next, we'll take the shift forks. This is the lower shift fork. It goes down there. Hope I put that in the right place. There's a groove actually in the transmission gear where this fits. But before you install your shift forks, make sure you inspect them on the inside, right there, and on the outside. These are good, but I think I have one over here that's damaged. Let me look at it. Here's one from a YZ250 motor. two-stroke. If it has any wear like that, or on the inside right there, it's bad, it needs to be replaced. Now, we're going to install the other shift fork. It goes right there. That one goes right there. This is the shift cam. The easiest way to tell which way it goes is the dimple right here. It's going to go up, not the hole. The hole goes down. So I'm going to put a little assembly lube. I'm going to put some on the table right here. Try to make things go a little faster. I'm just going to put a little bit around the edge. There. We're going to set this in place. Now the bottom shift fork has to be right there in the groove. The top one's going to go in the top groove on this side. This one over here is going to go in the middle groove. Just line them up with the holes. Then you'll take the guides for the shift forks. Make sure they're lubed up. This one, you can see it's got plenty of lube on it. Make sure the springs are in place. And you'll see it'll go down and it'll spring back up. That's perfect. There's the one for the other side. Do the same thing. There it goes. Now, you can shift through the gears right here, kind of check things out, see how smooth it is. This right here, probably 5th gear. Gotta get these. There we go. Normally the motor's running and it's a lot easier to do this. So what I'm trying to do is find neutral. That should be first. That should be first right there, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's first. No, that is neutral. That's first. Back to neutral. See, that shaft right there is not turning. It's trying to because it's got all that resistance. So that's neutral. We're going to leave it neutral. It's shifted through all the other gears. Now, crankshaft. Take a little bit of this, and this is the timing chain valley right here. That's the timing chain gear. The crankshaft goes downward, so we're going to make sure it has a little bit of lube on it. Oops, sorry about that. Put that in place. You know, it might help if I had it up higher. So there. It's a little crooked, but it'll be alright. When you get the crank in, make sure you get it centered up. When it start to go down, you want to kind of rock it, and then it'll start to slide. Whatever you do, do not hit on these weights. You'll throw this crank out of balance so damn fast. Don't ever put a hammer to the weights. It's not wanting to go down. It's pretty close. So what we're going to do is anyway, it's in there. It's got a little bit further to go, but we'll get them with the cases. Now, the next thing is the counterbalance shaft. The part with the gears on it, or the gear, this side, goes out, evens with that. So we're going to put it in here, stick it in the bearing, like so. Then figure out why. Oh, that's a piece of Loctite or something. I hope it is. Anyway, now we're going to take this case right here. After we install our sealant, we'll put that case on. I'm trying to go over and make sure I'm not missing anything. So next, I need some damn Yamaha Permatex. Where the hell did I put it at? I found it. This is Moto Seal. Get it at O'Reilly's, AutoZone, wherever. Permatex, good stuff. I got some more stuff that's called 3-bond. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that is Yamaha bond. This is, I like this. It's a little bit thicker and easier to apply than 3-bond and Yamaha bond. Yamaha bond and 3-bond's a little more wet. This is a little bit better consistency. Now don't cake it on there. Don't just glob it all around the sides, because when you mesh the cases together, this stuff will go everywhere, clog up your oil passages, cause a lot of problems with your motor. Just put a nice thin layer all around the outside of your cases. Normally I go a little slower than this, but as I said before, I'm kind of in a hurry. I need to get this motor done. But if you ever had to build one at the races, this is kind of how it would be. Which then again, at the races, anything goes. Trackside. Get it together to make the next moto. Alright. Now, that's probably more than enough. I normally don't put that much on there. So what I'm going to do, got crap all over my glove, I'm going to go around and check for any spots that I missed. Any excess that went down here. Never going to use that part, so we don't need it. We'll take it. There we go. I'm going to apply it where it's needed. Feel like we need some music. And whatever you do, don't just go out and buy some random silicone or whatever to put these things together. There's very few that actually work and work right. You put any blue glue or that orange crap in there and you're just asking for it. Alright. I believe we got everything. I mounted the gasket. For some reason, we ordered every part for this motor except for the side cover gasket. And I had one, but it's aftermarket. It's like a Moose Racing gasket or whatever, but it was all whoppy jawed, and had to put it on there and let it set overnight with the bolts in it so it would hold its shape. Nothing major. Let's see. Trying to get this thing to go back. Come on now, you can do it. Now, it would have been good if I'd I think we're gonna have to do away with these blocks and this. some screws in it. Actually, those screws holding that gasket come in handy. Now, make sure our rod is not in the middle of the case, and we're going to put our case bolts, which I believe are these. One. That's too long. Two. Three. Oh, there you go. That goes there. That one goes there. This one goes there. Where the hell does this one go? There it is, right there, inside the case. Now, I'm going to run them down with this very gently. Well, hell, we're missing the rest of them. I don't know where I put those. Huh. There's a bunch more out here. It's not those. I'm pretty sure it's not. I might be wrong, but one of them failed and it's right there. Yeah, there's that one. There ain't none in that. Oh well. I feel like a dumbass about it now. I think the bolts that I'm missing are actually the ones holding that gasket on the bottom. So let's start with this one. We're going to just be easy with it. Alright, now I'm going to take .5 millimeter, there it is, and a ratchet like this one. I'm going to do it manually. I wonder if I've got a 1/4 inch drive 5 millimeter. I don't think I do. I guess I can use this. little bit too far with that one. Alright, done that one. There. Now, one thing we got to do, and I don't want to do it with them bolts on the bottom, we got to take a punch or something and see if I can find one that's suitable for what I'm looking for. Yeah, a punch like that'll work. We're going to take put the punch on the bearing race, and we're just going to tap it. On both sides. What that done is it from sucking the case to sucking the cases together and putting the crank, or trying to suck the crank in with the cases. And I can't speak tonight for some reason. It still had outer load on the bearing. So now, since I've done that, I just got sealant on the damn rod. But yeah, since I've done that, it's really, really smooth now. No issues. Alright. Wipe off the excess. Wait till it dries. Let me get my screws from the side cover over here that's holding this gasket on. You guys have me looking all over the damn shop. I think I lost my mind, and damn screws is on the other side of the motor. Bolts, not screws. I'll put you right there. When you're putting these in, you just drop them in. There should be like 3/4 of an inch hanging out. Just in case you take your motor apart and you forget where certain screws go. That's all it is. You don't have to. And then you run them down. If it's got any resistance whatsoever, then back it out and put a shorter one in. I don't know why I'm using that. Run them down a bit. Alright, now I can torque them. That one. That one. Now, center cases are together. Next thing we're going to work on